where we had their own MPs in this chamber organizing a press conference to call on the president to sack their finance minister. You can't hear, please pay attention. I'm teaching you Agric. I'm going to teach, and that's the 24-hour economy and Nkoko Nkete. The people of Ghana, in their lamentation, gave them the worst result in any election.
Ever since the 2024 general election, at a campaign course in election, John Dramani Mahama Kujina baby, a quaka says, and Kokong getting Pona, say, yet the Banamaye, na a discabo mining. Now, from all those times, the NDC, they were not able to explain how the Nkokon Kitenkete is going to help improve the economic system of this nation. Nobody, they were not able to explain further. They were not actually now now as I'm talking to you, Kwame Plus here, now more NDC for no crowd, meaning the hammer. If you people can't explain Nkukwan Ketenkete to the Ghanaians, if you people can't explain Nkukwan Ketenkete for the micro minority, for them to understand, the 88 MPs for them to understand, or no Kwame Plus or Baba Jim or Jumani Naye. And your Kwame Plus say, hey, catch one boy and slap him. Yes, as I'm talking to you, Kwame A Plus has educated the 88 members of Parliament and also the 180-something members of Parliament, because within these two sides, it seems like Omunina, they don't understand the Kokon Kiti policy. Kwame Plus here, you the NPP, you people, you lament a lot. Like you people take something or a certain situation, you add more emotion to it, and then you want to make that thing look like black be according to Kwame Plus, or say you people should shut up. Because when it comes to Agric, you were the same people. As Agric minister, Becca Chere who said a funumu na fertilizers bunechi, and Obusa almost say a funumu na what the fertilizers name for him. After a benny. Was it you were the same people? And I just a map Brian a champon, ever be a minister for agriculture. As we are talking to you, you need maybe agriculture, no, a fine. So according to Kwame Plus, that the NPP they are trying to say John Dramani Mahama is lamenting. John Dramani Mahama is exaggerating about some things. You know. According to Kwame Plus, you people, you don't know what the hell you are saying. And then number two, also they say the Nkukwan Ketenkete is going to bring money into the pocket of the individual, into the pocket of the nation and also of the government. And then with this Nkukwan Ketenkete, if we are able to do it and then do it well, hey, and to be near the Akoko 7 or Akoko 9 or after the review for China near the Ade. And I was Yahoo Ninya time, they take Kwame A Plus in some of the two. But I do remember, I said, so when you subscribe, I'm self-subscribing. The next thing is you like the video for me, and then the last thing for you to do is for you to share the link Alpha Hour. Now you take Kwame A Plus.
Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker. And I also want to thank the President for coming.
You have 10 minutes.
Coming to the House to fulfill his constitutional mandate. I've heard a lot of my colleagues say that the President came to lament, and I think that even if the President came to lament, he only came to continue the lamentation of the previous government, where we had their own MPs in this chamber organizing a press conference to call on the president to sack their finance minister because of the state of the nation that they were in and what they envisaged. It was not just the members of parliament who were lamenting. The people of Ghana, in their lamentation, gave them the worst result in any election in the history of the Fourth Republic. And so the president could only join in what everybody was saying. During the president's address, there were two takeaways that I would focus on, and that's the 24-hour economy and Nkoko Nkete. Mr. Speaker, I've heard a lot of my colleagues say that how are we going to create jobs through 24 hours and Nkukon Kete. In fact, it was on the day of the Sona that I even realized that 24 hours and Nkukon Kete. You can't hear, please pay attention. I'm teaching you Agric. I'm going to teach you Agric, and I will beg you to please listen carefully. It was on that day that the president told us that 55,000 homes were going to benefit from Nkukon Kete. Mr. Speaker, Ghana imports about $300 million of poultry every year. Our national demand is about 400,000 metric tons every year. In fact, we produce only about 57,000 tons a year. Importation is about 270,000 metric tons a year. And the president, in his wisdom, has noticed that if 100 districts put together 500 beds for 5,000 homes, we will be making about 55,000 homes, raising 500 beds, a total of about 27,000 beds per cycle. And when I say cycle, I mean when you are raising broilers, from day old, that's what we call DOCs, to week 7, you complete one cycle. And so the president came and told us that in a cycle, 55,000 homes can raise 500 beds each. Mr. Speaker, this will help reduce dependency on importation. It will strengthen our food security, it will create opportunities, it will create jobs, and it will help the youth enter into agriculture. Mr. Speaker, how will this work? And how are we going to make money from Nkukon Kete? How will this work, and how are we going to make money from Nkukon Kete? It costs about 71 cedis to raise a bird from day 1 to 3 kilos. To raise a bird to 3 kilos, you need to give it about 4.5 kilos of feed. Every 1 kilo of feed it eats, 1.5 kilo of feed it eats against about 1 kilo weight. And therefore, before it gets to 3 kilos, you have to feed it with about 4.5 kilos of feed. This means that we have to produce a lot of maize to feed these birds, because in every kilo of feed that you feed a bird, about 60% is made up of maize, which is up to about 2.7 kilos of every 4.5 kilos of feed that you give to one bird. And so our poultry farmers, our maize farmers, this is good news that the president has given to us. According to the president, we are going to grow a lot of maize to feed a lot of birds. Mr. Speaker, apart from maize that we are going to grow to feed birds, we are also going to make a lot of manure. Ghana imports so much fertilizer. In 2023 alone, we imported over $200 million worth of fertilizer. And therefore, under the Nkukon Kete program, we are going to get a lot of manure. In fact, every bird, and these ones are fact, every bird that you raise at 3 kilos produces about between 2 to 4 kilos of droppings in a lifetime. And this is what we call fresh manure. And when I say fresh manure, I'm talking about 70% water and 75% water, 25% dry manure. And so, under this program, Nkukon Kete, we are going to be able to produce manure here in Ghana, locally. If you, Mr. Speaker, I can go on and give you how much residue you make per acre when you grow maize and mix it with the chicken intestines and all to give you a certain tonnage of fertilizer every year. And this is what the president is telling us that we are going to do. Apart from that, the president is looking at putting money directly in the pockets of every household through this program. When you raise a bird, we sell it at what is called carcass weight. Carcass weight is 2.5 kilos per broiler. The weight is 3 kilos, but when you remove the feathers and the intestine and all of that, it will be left with what we call carcass weight. At a carcass weight of about 3 kilos, you can sell it for 90 Ghana cedis. When you subtract the 71 cedis needed to raise the bird, it will be left with about 19 Ghana cedis. Multiply by 500 birds every year. Every household under this program will be making about 9,500 every 7 to 8 weeks. This is putting direct money in the pockets of the people who voted this government to power. Apart from that, to be able to feed, apart from that, if every household employs 2 people to take care of 500 birds per cycle, what it means is that directly we are employing 110,000 people in 100 districts under this program. This does not include the retailers, the wholesalers, and many others. In fact, Mr. Speaker,
Honorable member, just wind up.
Mr. Speaker, chicken feet, akoko nine, chicken feet is a huge delicacy in China. Akoko nine. In 2023 alone, China imported over $5 billion worth of chicken feet. And so no part of the chicken goes waste. And this is what was known as the cottage industry. Giving households beds.
Kwame A+, the MP for Gomua Central in some of the two Janono. You know, Kwame A+ in some working. Now, this guy, and I said this MP is not speaking from the political view. I don't know if you get the point that the man was speaking from. He was not speaking from the political view, but rather as a citizen of the nation. And I just say, Kasafa. So if the Nkukon say NDC for some mobile actually they are having a lot of work to do. And then when Oman Mayenema Basa Trokedia, because if they do anything to Kabasa, hey, go over them. And then this time around, the people of Ghana, you look for a young country. When you bounce, so now you're Shût Up. I had an ABJ show, so I saw the subscribe. The next thing is you do want to leave a comment. And then Miss Rel, like the video and then share the link.
This is the BJ Show with Blaßt NPP MP'S. Don't forget to subscribe.